But there's one of these boss chambers in every single one of the 8 Maverick levels. Eventually they'll be populated with X Hunters, but because there's one in every level at about the midway point, what that means is you can never use Zero for more than about a third of a stage. You can either use him for the first third, or you can use him for... Because most stages have another boss gate as well. This one does actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Some of them don't. So yeah, Zero's just not very... He starts strong, but like we're already better when it comes to mobility because we can air dash. And then after Tiger, we'll also have the better gun. Is this a hole that I can go down? No. Trying to refresh my memory on where all the X-Hunter paths are. So there's another rock we can't destroy yet. The time will come. However, there is one boss gate that X will inexplicably... That B ran off. I don't know where that B went. Allow Zero through, and you have to fight that boss as Zero. I think you just want to be really high up above this guy, is the trick here. I'm dead. Maybe go all the way to the corner when he goes up like that, because this looks like his hand can reach me all the way in the corner. But okay, there's one boss gate in one level that X is like, will allow Zero to fight. And if you do, you end up getting Zero's saber. I think you might need the Hundo before then. Everything but the Hyper Chip, maybe. Again, I'm going to apologize for the gross music. I don't know why I need to apologize. I didn't compose it, but... It is just this kind of grungy, sour nonsense for the whole game. This one instrument gets very overused in X3. I don't know if Capcom had a new music team or what the haps was, but... Yeah, when this thing rams the wall, I can't grab it. I fall off of it and I lose control of X for a few moments. You're not going to do your other attack? You've got another attack where you grab the ceiling, but I guess not today, huh? Not interested today. I like how the giant ramming spike like isn't really even part of the boss. Like even as it explodes here. Yeah, like the boss part blacks out, but the giant ramming spike, I guess it's like a background object or it's some kind of secondary obstacle and it's not actually an enemy, so it doesn't explode along with the rest of the boss. Also, the stage layouts in this game are just very uninspired, probably as a result of having to have so many mini-bosses. Like, you have to plan on having a mini-boss and then an X-Hunter in most of these levels. So... I don't know, back in the day, it was relatively common for the classic Mega Man series to be criticized for being like very samey, very by the numbers, very phoned in. And I guess I can see that with a couple of them. Not going down there either. Like Mega Man 5 and 6 both do feel kind of samey and phoned in. But X3, like they got to that point much earlier in the X series, I think. I think this is the first X game that feels kind of phoned in. I don't think I could say that about any of the other X games I played, though. Like, yeah, 5 and 6 especially have their flaws, but being boring and samey isn't one of them. Yeah, this is just the Buffalo fight again. Just... Except he, I think, can fake out. The room is smaller and he can fake you out. So he'll do a charge, but he won't go all the way to the wall. And then he'll throw up some iframes eventually. I feel like I must have used to start with Rhino instead of Buffalo, because having this air dash like my muscle memory isn't there for it. You know what I mean? Like residual memory from being a teenager and playing this game. I don't feel like I had my air dash. I feel like I used to have to dash jump over him, and I wouldn't always make the jump. If he did the fake out. Like that, there's this fake out. Farewell, Rhino. I could never tell as a kid whether Tunnel Rhino was wearing roller skates on his feet or not. I was never totally clear on that. I do kind of like the get item screen. I like this artwork of megamanx with all the dithering. Very colorful. And then it shows you like the wireframe of the weapon and it spins on all 3 axes. But there are 2 drill weapons in this game. There's this one, there's another drill weapon we get later. So the weapons are kind of uninspired. You do get Zero's sword, which is cool. Alright, so Dr. D, he's like, ugh, I got a headache. This megamanx. So he's going to send 2 X-Hunters after us, Bit and Bite. And so there's some lore here. If you fight Bit and Bite, you can't skip them like you could in X2. They're compulsory battles. And then here's Vile, who we killed in Mega Man X1. He's back, baby, and he's better than ever. That's not a spoiler. You can see him. He's on the screen on the left side in the wallpaper there. So the idea is you fight Bit and Bite out in the Maverick stages. Then when you get to the end game, you fight them combined in like a giant Voltron monster, right? Save my game here. What? I think now we go to Tiger. Yeah. But they each have a weakness, like a Maverick weakness. If you have the weakness and you kill them with the weakness, instead of just chasing them off to the Doppler stages, you actually destroy them. And then if you destroy both of them and get to the Doppler stages, you have to fight a much stronger monster. That's not going to be required. There's not an achievement for fighting that monster for whatever reason. This might be the worst Maverick level music in this game. I mean, they're all pretty bad, I think, but I want to go up here. Oh, I can't get rid of this Firefly, can I? Alright, I'm going to assume I don't need to go up there for now. So we're going to fight Bit and Bite with just the X-Buster. It's also the first X game that have just a lot of these monsters that are just really tanky. That's a problem in X5 and 6, if you remember. Actually, no, I don't want to kill this mosquito at all, do I? Oh, you respawn. I want Mosquito Friend to help get my sub-tank. I've already got 3 of the sub-tanks. There we go. Uh-oh, this is bad. I got punched. It was bound to happen. I'm going to fill up one of my sub-tanks. The upward dash is actually very difficult to use, in my opinion. Because what happens is, it's not that much of a vertical boost, first of all. But once you've used it, you're in your dash speed. So if you try to do a little adjustment after you dash upward, you're actually moving left and right at full dashing speed, even though you're no longer dashing. It just doesn't feel very good. I feel like it kind of, I do appreciate the vertical boost. It's the closest thing these early X games have to a double jump. But I think I want to go through this wall. Right? Yes. And then we've got to go across here. To the arm parts. The arm parts in this game are actually pretty cool. This is X2 gave you the, well, X1 gave you like the big, huge pink blast, and then X2 gave you a smaller blast, but you got 2 of them. And then X3 kind of gives you the best of both worlds. So you can charge up the shot, release it. You get 2 blasts, and if you combine them... Oop, I almost spiked myself. I also like the charge color, where you've got this like pink-brown kind of color. I don't know, I think it's neat. I kind of want this stuff. Oh, you would hit me, wouldn't you? Alright, let's see if there's an X-Hunter in here. I'm gonna have to just rely on ancient muscle memory if I get an X-Hunter in these rooms. Oh, it's not a X-Hunter, it's a boss. Ugh. I don't remember this boss at all. Can't hit any part of it but its tiny little head. Does this thing have iframes or not? I can't really tell. Oh, we got it. I was trying to stay off the floor because he kind of drill mans up out the floor in a surprising way, and I kept getting my butt drilled. Not what you want to happen. Lots of just big empty spaces in this game too. That was like 4 screens in a row where just nothing happens. We're on like 6 screens now. There we go, finally a monster. And I died. So the bad part of the... Oh, that was my last life, really? I guess I don't have to go back to Tiger. I'm going to, though. I think I get a heart at the end of the stage, too. I think we just get all the stuff out of Tiger. So here's something about muscle memory in Mega Man games. All Mega Man games with a charge. You hold down the button to charge, and then once you have a charge, you release it to get your shot. But you want to get another charge going. So the muscle memory is release and then press right away to get that shot. In any other Mega Man game, what would happen is you would fire your full charge and then immediately shoot your small, normal, just lemon, right? And then you can hold the button down and get a second charge going. And in this game, though, that doesn't happen. Instead, you get the giant, like, wall shot, right? The giant's combined shot, which is cool. It's really cool looking. I like it a lot. But it's delayed. Like, your shot gets erased from the screen for half a moment while the combination is happening. So if you were expecting to hit a monster in front of you... Oh, I guess you don't need the dash there. Okay. The hit doesn't actually come out, and instead you just kind of stand there. Actually, just the regular shot has those 2 little wings that come off the side. They look just as powerful as any regular charge shot. I'm not going to be able to get that health without taking damage. So if you really wanted to be good at this game, you would have to retrain your muscle memory. Fortunately for me, I am under no obligation to be good at any of the games that I play. Ah! I don't know why I dashed there. Felt like the thing to do. Oh my goodness. Worm boss, please. I don't have any heart tanks yet. I'm still on my start of the game health. Am I back at the beginning? I am back at the beginning level. I've got to get through that boss to get to even just the first checkpoint. You know what I can do, though, probably. I can just skip this whole area. Oh, I've got to fight this thing now, though. This might have been a bad idea. No, it's fine. It all worked out. A lot of stop and go in this game, as you can see. There's a lot of spots where you're kind of intended to stop and clear a screen before moving on, which is kind of indicative of the early classic Mega Man games, but not so much megamanx. These little bouncing things feel like they should die to one charge shot, but they don't. Ooh, I got a double hit on the boss there, though. Once with the power and once with the wings. Nice. So this thing doesn't have that much health. If this was a sub-boss at Mega Man X5, it would have a full screen of health, probably. Since that technically counted as a stage completion last time, though, I wonder if I'll fight an X-Hunter this time. I guess if you get right up on him with a double charge, the delay doesn't actually matter. That's where I would hide the heart, up there. Alright, X-Hunter. Are we playing? We are playing. Okay, how do we fight this guy? I remember now. Okay. That was a little too low. So you want to jump when he jumps, because he'll try to home in on your position. It's taking me a minute to get the timing actually right. Oh, I think swerved around. Come back on the rebound, why don't you? Depending on where bit ends up. I mean, I do have sub-tanks. Maybe that's why they make all the sub-tanks really easy to get in this game. Like, you don't really require any extra stuff to get any of them. Because you do have to fight these X-Hunters. Wow, all of my shots were completely stolen there. Like, do we really like to fight 7 of these things in a row? Do we really need one every single screen? Alright, so he's still here. Go to the wall. Oh, go to the wall. And then throw a charge shot at him from there. You kind of have to make sure to clip his feet, though. What's my health? My life? I have no lives. I'm going to drink sub-tank. Ah. Bit, please. That homing attack, that's the one... Where'd my sound effects go? There's one. I was gonna say I got hit by that attack, but it didn't make any damage sounds. So, I'm gonna get a game over on Bit. There's a pattern you can fall into that I just wasn't grasping there. Now, the thing is, I think Bit and Bite change locations when you get a game over on a level, so... I'm not sure if going back to Tiger... We got the gun parts out of there, we're fine. Okay, so where do I actually want to go next? I'm going to have to think of who's weak to what. I want to say Volt Catfish is weak to... one of the drill weapons. Let's go to Catfish. See if I can get some damage done. Shoutouts to Lord Enigma for sponsoring this video. If you liked the video and you want to see more, please tickle my thumb, leave a friendly comment, and ring my little bell.